Texas Longhorns, South Carolina Gamecocks. They squared up. We're going to talk about it next. What it do, peeps? I'm the Beat Chef with Watch It Down Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I hope you enjoy the show. Old subscribers, thank you for helping me build this platform and helping me to push this content out. Let's get into this Longhorn South Carolina game. This one was very interesting. Gamecocks get the win 74-57. Started out kind of tight early. Started out real tight. South Carolina played 9 players in the first 6 minutes. Within the first 6 minutes of the game, they were sending kids at Texas in waves. Madison Booker picked up two early fouls. I mean, like quick, within like less than like 2 minutes. It seemed like. First one was on a blocking foul. Guarding Tessa Johnson, and she landed on her butt, and she got up. She was kind of limping, and then a short time later, she fouled Tessa Johnson, just going for a ball and wasn't paying attention to where Tessa Johnson was and bumped into her. And then later on, you saw her on the sideline getting her foot worked on, her leg worked on, and so foul trouble hit her earlier, and she went out. Madison Booker went out about 3:25 in the first quarter. She didn't return until about 5 minutes in the second quarter. And as soon as she got in, she had another dumb foul and was right back on the bench. So Madison Booker really didn't play. She played 24 minutes. In a chance to go to the finals. Very, very uncharacteristic. Shot 5 of 11, only had 11 points. Jordan Lee was the other person for the Longhorns. I mean, she kept him she tried to do everything she could. She was 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. She had 16 points for the freshman. Everybody else didn't show up. Taylor Jones didn't show up. Taylor Jones didn't have the game that she had against TCU. Old Acre didn't play like she did against TCU, even though she only had like 9 points. She only had 4 this game. Nobody else in double figures. Rory Harmon, they were on Rory Harmon's butt. Rory Harmon was 4 of 12, only had 8 points. Had 7 rebounds, had 4 assists, but not quite the game. Brianna Preston, she played like a freshman. 4 points. So Texas didn't really do themselves any justice. And South Carolina, like I said, South Carolina hits you in waves. And I've said this repeatedly. When you play a team like South Carolina, you must be firing on all cylinders because they're going to send 2 starting 5s at you. That first starting 5 was kind of getting it done. One thing I like about South Carolina, they play defense. And when they crank that defense up, it's like, okay, watch, here comes the ass whooping. And that's basically what happened in this game. It's like South Carolina will it's like a boxer. They'll fill you out early. And then around that third quarter, they say, okay, let's stop playing. And they crank it up. I tell you what, Sanaya Fagan. I would take Sanaya Fagan over Lauren Betts. Sanaya Fagan got upside. Sanaya Fagan's got a little bit more range to her game. Super athletic. I like a big that don't have to come down and gather themselves to go back up. She instantly, feet don't touch the ground. She can just tip a ball back up, catch a ball like a oop, and just go back up. Chloe Kitts with 6. Fagan with 6. Joyce Edwards balled today. 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Showed the full package. one of the best freshmen in the country. But like I said, these are a lot of these girls are McDonald's high school All-Americans, so they were probably the best of the best. Pow Pow balled 5 of 6, 3 or 4 from 3-point line, had 14 points. Bree Hall, 11 points. Bree Hall's freaking defense. She's guarding everybody. Everybody. Guarding Booker. She was guarding Harmon. It's like whoever you got, Bree Hall go get them, and Bree Hall gonna go do that thing. And that's what happened in this game. South Carolina shot well, 50% from the field, 63 from 3-point line. They didn't shoot free throws particularly well, but they held Texas to 39% and 40% from 3. Texas at points in this game looked like they shouldn't even been there. That's how bad South Carolina was putting it on them. Defensively, just causing turnovers. Texas committed 14, South Carolina committed 13, but it was just like, okay, every time you go down the court, they're either stealing and running the fast break. And Pow Pow was pulling that trigger on those threes and letting them fly. Joyce Edwards was playing point forward. It was like Pippen. It was a master class in getting your ass whooped. If you want to see a women's basketball team whoop somebody, that was the South Carolina game versus Texas. It wasn't even funny. When you can only score in the teens, Texas scored out of halftime, where you're supposed to make your adjustments. The Longhorns only scored 9 points. 19 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second, 9 in the third, and 13 in the fourth quarter. That's not gonna cut it. So many air balls, so many clanks. But this was South Carolina's best game thus far in the tournament. Most of the other games they've looked so and looked like they could have gotten knocked out. This one was from the go. They're gonna win this game. They're winning this. They've put all that other BS aside. Malaysia Fulwale was going. She was back to her normal self, slicing through a defense, making layups, clowning. That's the one player that I hope does not fall for the portal trap and the NIL trap and leave South Carolina. I hope she stays there. And another person that really played extremely well was Raven Johnson. Statistically, offensively, nah. Her shot, it ain't the prettiest thing in the world. But that young lady can play defense. And she had a block on Rory Harmon that they should have called. They should have had criminal charges put on Raven Johnson for the way she palmed Rory Harmon's ball in that second. Palmed her shit, and she knew it. She was like, she walked off kind of giggling like, damn, I got this. She is an elite defender. If she goes to the WNBA, her shot might not ever get there to where she's scoring like 13, 14 points. She might be a career 9-point scorer, but she will make her bread and butter defensively. That young lady can lock you up, and she's got some of the longest damn arms on a guard I've ever seen. She can tie her shoes and walk at the same time. Raven Johnson is something special. I remember when she got at Caitlin Clark, she got in Caitlin Clark's back pocket, and wherever Caitlin Clark went, she was on her ass. So Raven Johnson can definitely play defense. But this was a master class in getting your ass whooped right here. Let me know what you guys thought about this game. I got South Carolina winning the whole thing, but I would love to know your thoughts. And until next time, folks, peace.